right, we got some organizing to do under the bus today in these storage bays. We've been neglecting it for a long time, and it's really good weather. It's cool, not hot. Once it gets hot here in Louisiana, this will be a miserable job. So we're getting it done now before it gets hot and while it's not freezing.
Just like the movies, how it's gonna stay in the fight with you. Just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you.
Why are you so happy? Go outside and play. I'm trying to get him fed and outside so I can come back and help. You wanna go outside?
We were in too deep in your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever, driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
All right, so we got everything out. We got it all up on and under this table, and the bay is cleaned out now. I started sweeping it. I'm just gonna finish sweeping it. Michael's already gone through that stuff over there, the bin. And we got our tent on top of there and his 2 pairs of boots. So I'm gonna sweep all this out, and then we'll start going through this big pile of stuff over here and get everything organized. Actually, I don't think we have taken everything out of this bay and cleaned it out properly since we first started traveling in our bus, which was before we lived in it. So it has not been fully emptied and cleaned out like this in about 2.5 years, almost 2.5 years. So it is overdue. We sorted through just, you know, what we can see, what's on top that we don't need anymore. But a full good clean out like this, it's been a while.
So clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime momos. We were in too deep in your worn-out sweaters, thinking we'll be young forever, driving in your mom's old hatchback, and we were in too deep.
So for those of you that watched my bathroom reno, you might remember that when I did my tall toilet paper holder that holds our stock of toilet paper, I couldn't find the cap. Well, look what happens when you clean underneath the bus. You find your missing pieces. So now I can put that on top of the toilet paper storage. I am not going to spray paint it because I don't feel like it. And it's just a little part. If it does eventually start to rust, I'll take it off and use a wire brush and spray paint it at that point. So put that on there. Michael's just testing the generator, running it. Hasn't run it in a while, so. So this bay is officially organized, and it has a lot more space in it than it did when we started. We got rid of a lot of stuff. We threw stuff in the garbage. We have stuff set aside to donate, and we have a few things set aside to sell. So all in all, it's going to be a lot easier to find what we need. The thing about living in a bus, even when you have the storage under here, we have a lot of space to keep stuff. But when you keep stuff that you don't need or that you're not going to use anytime in the near future, you can't find the things that you do need to use in the near future. And so then it just is pointless. It's just a big junk bay, and it's not helpful to anybody. So it's a really great idea to go through your stuff, to really think about what you need, what you're going to be using in the very near future. And if you're not going to be using it right away, is it worth your energy and your time spent keeping on reorganizing it if it's a $3 or $5 item? And if you need it in the future, a year or two down the road, you can just go and buy another $3 or $5 item. So that's something really key to think about when you're organizing in a small space and when you're trying to figure out what you keep and what you don't keep. So that's a lot of our thought process when we're going through things. And We don't always organize as often as we should, but when we do, we usually do a pretty good job. So this is the back bay of the bus. Just about as jam-packed full. We just haven't had time to go through. We just had so many other priorities, and it is way past due. So we need to go through this. We kind of accumulated a lot of stuff when we got down here to the south where we hadn't really planned on living. So we have AC, we have extra fans, things that we did not plan on acquiring and having to keep somewhere. And so then other things that have just come along the way that people have given us or that we've needed for like one job, and then just didn't have time to figure out whether we were needing to keep the rest or not. So we're gonna get a start on this one now. Everything out except there's a little bit of water pipes that's still left on top of our water tank, and some tarps that are already folded up in their spot. So I'm not taking those out. Everything else we have is piled up everywhere. The kids have already dug in some of their toys, took them off playing, and we're gonna clean this out, organize, sort, get rid of anything that's broken, put it all back where it needs to go.
This is how I use skateboard.
Actually, this is how I do that.
Show us how you skateboard, Jessie.
I do like this. And send down. What? I'm gonna do Wow!
Favorite part, clean slate and getting to reorganize and put everything back nice and neat.
Look at you. All perched up in the tree.
Hey, watch me how to do this.
Okay, I'll watch you how to do it. Jesse wants me to video him how to do it, but you're in the background so you can climb it and I'll see you.
I'm gonna do that one. This one looks like this one. This one. Here I go. Whoa! I can this. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time. I'm stuck.
stuck?
Look. Let's go.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
You got it, you got it, you got it.
Side by side, our fears are done.
You did it.
All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life.
She's the queen of the world. She's the queen of the world.
Things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
You got up so high.
All right, this one's all done now too. Everything is fitting much better. Looks great in there. We have a nice spot here to put the kids' toy bin that is right now outside. For when we travel, it'll need to go in there, and so there's a spot for it. Everything else is organized. The kids did take off with some of the skateboards and baseball bat that were originally in here, but those should fit back in no problem with this much space, and it looks clean and organized, and we know where everything is and we can find it again. Yay for organization.
Oh my gosh, look at you. Your feet are in weird positions.
I got up.
You got up.
I don't know. Climb back down.
You just relaxing?
It's my seat. It's my seat, Adri.
It's your seat?
Yeah. To get out.
Is your leg stuck in your seat?
I got it out.
You got it out.
I'm going to try to do that again. But you have to watch me how to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to climb it again. But you didn't see me because you was watching somebody else. I know it. And that would talk to marshmallow. You like it when I say marshmallow?
Yes, you're cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need the road to be concrete.
I climbed up, Jude.
Good job. I can climb all the way up there.
Oh, you got up.
Good job, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Well, easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Another way to get down. Oh, God. I'm going to do high. Don't look at my tree.